Meowdy Earthlings, welcome back to another video. Hi, how are ya? If you're new here, my name is Jaleen, Space Mama Tarot. Welcome to my channel, and I hope you enjoy this reading. Thank you for joining us today. And if you've been here before, thank you for continuously supporting me and sticking around, regardless, even if sometimes I don't. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys. So I hope everyone's doing well where they are, and I hope everyone's holiday season has been treating them very well. My break has been very quiet and chill, and I've been eating so much. I ate so much yesterday. My goodness. I felt like it was my birthday. You know what I mean? Not who's upstairs' birthday. It's my birthday because I ate so good. But yeah, anyways, before I get into what the reading is today, I want to remind everyone that everything on my shop, at my shop is 50% off, and it is a holiday sale. I did it last year, so I thought I'd do it again. I feel like it would be a really good gift for people, but if you are gifting any type of reading, not even just for me, but from anybody else, that you are telling your friend or person that, you are getting a reading from them, because we tarot readers need permission to tap into people's energies. So yeah, it's kind of like a moral ethics thing as a reader. You're not really supposed to tap into other people's energy without them knowing. So yeah, if you're interested in purchasing any kind of reading, the link to my Etsy shop is down in the description, and I could help you guys out there. You could also purchase as a guest, or even message me on there and contact me through there. So if you have any questions, that is where you can reach me as well. And you can also reach me through my social media accounts, so don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. On both of those platforms, I actually do free card pulls for people and usually talk about spirituality, and sometimes I talk to my clients about, their personal problems, just as a friend, because I know how hard it is to go through things alone, and sometimes people don't understand, especially when you're going through a spiritual journey. So yeah, if you're interested in any of those things, my handle is down in the description, and I hope to see you guys there on my other social media accounts. So that is all for the announcements today, and I'll be moving on to what the question is. It's actually a requested reading from Eden. She commented on my last video and requested me to do what the next meeting will be like, what will happen. And I thought that was a freaking genius, because I was running out of ideas. So if anyone else has recommendations for readings, I would love to hear them, as long as they can be collective, and it's not just you asking a specific question towards your life, you know what I mean? So yeah, go ahead and comment down below, and I'll go through them, and I appreciate everyone commenting these ideas to me, and I will definitely shout it out, because I always do if I do requested one. So that is the reading today, and I'll be showing you guys the piles. Alright, you guys, so these are your piles for today. Or numbers, or crystals. We are doing something a bit different today. I am live shuffling, so you just have to choose a number or a crystal. You have clear quartz, amethyst, moonstone, and I'm not sure what crystal this is, I'm sorry, but I just call it my dolphin crystal. Right. Okay. So yeah, please remember that this is a general reading, you guys, so only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If none of these messages resonate with you, then I hope you do find the right reader and find the right messages that you are looking for. And with that, I hope you have a really great day. If you need a little bit more time, you can go ahead and pause this video now, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, pile ones. If you chose this pile, let's find out how your next meeting will be. I'm actually going to be using a different deck. Okay, so how the next meeting will be like with your person. How well, no, pile number one. Hierophant. The King of Pentacles in reversed. The Empress. The Tower in reversed. Take one more. Okay. Queen of Lasers in reversed. The Ace of Rockets. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Rockets in reversed. That usually means someone can't like move on or move forward or really see what's in front of them. So yeah, that Three of Planets. Okay, so you guys could like reconstruct what you guys have, but with the Tower here, I do feel like there's going to be like avoiding one another, because with the Hierophant here, this is someone who's very stubborn. I feel like your person could be stubborn because they are, you know, the Taurus card with the Hierophant. And I feel like because the King of Planets is reversed as well, this tells me someone doesn't want to open up or doesn't want to be generous or give that time or energy in. With the Hierophant, it also talks about stubbornness. Sometimes it's sticking to tradition, sticking to what you know, and having a lot of wisdom. It also talks about that marriage stuff. But in this case, I feel like someone will be very stubborn and really stick their ground here. This could be you with the Empress here, someone who's very nurturing and loving. You just doing your own thing, I feel. And I feel like with the Tower, this is like avoiding one another. You guys are definitely trying to avoid saying something to one another. I feel like there's a lot of coldness towards one another, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of tension. And I feel like eventually, with the Ace of Rockets here, it's basically going to lead to an argument, or someone is going to say something. The Ace of Rockets is about an action. So I feel like someone is going to take some sort of action, because usually when I get this card, this is about someone saying something very snappy, and I feel like it's going to be cold and harsh, and I feel like it could be you, but it could be them as well. I'm not sure, but someone is going to be triggered. They're going to be avoiding each other. You guys are going to be avoiding each other the whole time. You guys don't really want to talk, or I feel like they kind of started though, because maybe, you know, they were at the party first or the event first or this get together, and then you come in and it's like they're avoiding you because you got there. So because there's a lot of coldness. So it could be one of the other two. You could be at this event first, the person comes in and you're the one who's cold towards them. It kind of seems like that, and it kind of just starts this like very angry, like bubbling kind of thing deep down, like, why aren't they talking to me? This is kind of immature. You know what I mean? That's the kind of energy I'm feeling, and maybe that's what is going to be said, but maybe after the whole time they are ignoring, one person is just going to go up there and just try to find the confidence to say something, even though they were being cold to one another. So yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about this meeting? The one's person. So you have the heart here. This tells me that there is love, there is affection. So I feel like this is more of like a nervous kind of thing, because when the writer is here in front of whatever card this would be, in this case, it's the heart, meaning, like I was saying, affection, love, kind of a bond here, and they kind of want to deliver that message. They want to take that action, move forward, and I feel like that's why maybe they purposely met you. Maybe they knew that you were going to be there and they're there, but you guys are avoiding each other. I feel like this is more of like avoiding because nervous, you know? Yeah. You also have the coffin here. Let me just fix my pants here. Sorry. Okay. So, yeah, with the rider here, it definitely going to be some sort of movement. The Ace of Rockets here. With the coffin, I don't know. I don't think it's going to end up well. This means ending and grief and kind of stress, and this kind of deals with endings. So maybe this is not what they intended. Maybe this is someone you don't want to be with anymore. You know, because I kind of see this rejection. Their intentions was to give their heart, but it turns out to be like a death, an ending, maybe even rejection, or kind of a dead end. What else about this meeting, please, for Pal 1? Pal 1's meeting with their person. That is a little. Pal 1's meeting with their person. Okay, so you also have the garden. This is going to be a social gathering. This is going to be around other people. Could be a party, could be a celebration. Can I have one more, please? Okay, definitely obstacles. There's going to be a lot of obstacles to get to one another. The mountain also talks about stubbornness because mountains are kind of immovable. And I kind of saw this earlier. That's the card that popped out way earlier, but I wasn't ready to like pull out because I was still talking about these cards. So this card really wanted to come out, and there's going to be an obstacle or this so it's like someone finds it difficult to get to you for some reason. Maybe you're going to be across the room from them the whole time. Maybe because you guys aren't really talking. Because of the coldness that I'm feeling here, you guys could be angry with one another. Maybe this is a person that you had beef with, or like something happened and you guys had a falling out. But they definitely want to come towards you with the child here, with a new beginning, with a new start. So their intentions is to, yeah, so there's depression, there's anxiety, there's trouble. Yeah, this person might be very intimidated to like come forward, because I feel like they think that it's going to stir up a lot of drama, or it's going to turn out bad, or possibly like you cursing them out. But I feel like their intentions are very good. Maybe this is just a misunderstanding, you know, being cold to one another. They don't mean to be cold, they're just very nervous because they want to explain themselves to you, they want to tell you something. And maybe since they're trying to, it kind of scares them, especially maybe because it's in front of like other people, you know. So let's find out a little bit more about this meeting. Or your connection with this person during this meeting. Woo. You have separation here. So this is someone you could have separated with, someone that you were obsessed with, or they were obsessed with you, or someone had to let go because or separate because someone was being too codependent and needed to work on their independence. Someone needed to work on their finances and career, definitely working on their independence. So I feel like this was a connection that was supposed to grow, or maybe it never did. And before it could, maybe something happened, because I do sense a lot of tension. And if you guys were cool, then, you know, there would be no tension, you know. So I'm definitely feeling the reason why they feel like they're going to be directed. Maybe it's been so long. Maybe they did something in the past, and they were working on their codependency issues and working on their finances. But now they want to give your relationship a chance. You know, they want to work on this partnership. Like I was saying, they have this heart here, so their intentions are in the right place. They really want to, you know, be with you or try things out with you. And I think if they didn't come right the first time, they want to come right this time. It seems to me that they're very serious, And I think that's a good thing. But be sure to like communicate clearly and stuff like that, because it seems to me like with the Queen of Lasers in reverse, there's going to be an issue with like someone speaking up, or maybe someone speaking up too, you know, abruptly without knowing all of the truth, you know? But I'm definitely getting a withholding. Like no one's talking and someone blurts something out all of a sudden. Can we get more on this meeting, please, with pile number 1? Okay. Solid foundation, success with effort. So I think that someone was definitely working on their finances and career and working on their foundation. I feel like they want to put that effort because they understand that maybe your foundation can be restored, or they know that putting in the effort might make this successful. It says unsuccessful outcome to a problem. I don't know if this is what they're expecting and this is what you guys are thinking of. Like, you guys are definitely going to reject them. Maybe this is what they're scared of, but I'm also getting that what you guys had before, or there's some external problem or person that has nothing to do with you. Something was unsuccessful. You have vacation. Maybe they couldn't go away. I'm getting for some of you guys, like, because of like the pandemic, some of them had needed to go away for vacation and that didn't happen. But I'm getting that they probably want to like go out with you, because on the bottom of the deck you have honeymoon, and that is a vacation, you know, vacation with that person. So I feel that this person possibly might offer a vacation or like going away with you. You have September here. So September is quite a long time from now because it just passed. But you could either be dealing with like a Virgo or a Libra. But if you aren't any of those signs, it doesn't have to be. But September is just a specific month for your guys' connection. And that's when this meetup can happen. Spiritual love. So I do feel like you guys are spiritually connected. That would make a lot of sense because you have the Hierophant here, and that like kind of tells me about like spiritual love, because the Hierophant is spiritual and it talks about marriage, you know? News of a birth or new business opportunities. So there's definitely going to be an opportunity being given to you from this person. I feel like there's frustration and lessons to be learned within this connection. However, I feel like maybe, you know, with their unsuccessful outcomes, that's where the period of frustrations came from. Maybe the separation, they've learned a lot and need a vacation. But I definitely feel like they're going to give you new ideas. I also feel like this person's going through family issues. With the mountain here, it could mean like different amount of issues. It just doesn't have to mean like oh, I feel like they also want to, like, whenever this happens, this get together, they want to explain to you what's been going on with their family, because the mountain in front of the child here tells me like there's a blockage, an obstacle to this new beginning, and I feel like that's what it is. An emotionally secure, loving, and family support. Yeah, so I feel like this person had to deal with their family. There was something up with their family, and that would explain a lot because the pandemic has really impacted a lot of families, you know? So that's what they were dealing with. And it says persevere and you will overcome problems. So they've been trying really hard, and I feel like that's what they want to explain to you too. Like, they were trying to get over this mountain, they were trying to get to you, but they were really, really tired. I feel like they, you know, were on the way to do that, but something happened in their family. Maybe there was a death, even in their family sorrow, or something happened with them. And then this event happened, and they want to explain these obstacles to you. Someone is trying to come in between you and a friend or something that you want. So be careful. This person could be coming in at a time when you're already with somebody else. It's also like a third party, like a friend or someone who you think is a friend could be getting in between you guys. It says changes in your life. Changes in your life. So there's a lot of changes that are coming in for you guys and you and this person. So yeah, hopefully that made a little bit more sense. I feel like this whole meetup is going to be very life-changing. And I feel like there's a lot of things that are going to be said, and you might find out a lot of things about, you know, the issues or problems. I feel like if you have been waiting for this person, then you will finally get your answer as to why you've been waiting for so long. So yeah, I feel like you shouldn't take it the wrong way if this person becomes really cold. They're only being cold because they're nervous. It's not because they want to, you know, be rude or something. So let me see. What's the advice for those who chose pile 1? Oh, wait. Oh, thank you. All right, you guys. So sorry, that took a minute. Okay. With artificial heart and calling the storm, this tells me that with artificial heart, you should be show the world the real you. That's exactly what it means. Like with the full moon in Aquarius, Aquarius is very they have this a very bright personality, you know, and they're very eccentric. They're very out there and they're very different. You know, they're the ones who like aliens and astrology, apparently. And basically, showing your true self is what's going to help in this situation. I feel like with Calling in the Storm, this talks about empowerment and, you know, facing demons or facing the issue head on with a lot of strength. So I feel like you're going to be both facing the situation head on, or it's saying to do that rather than avoiding it, rather than being cold if this is you, because this is in the future. So we're both not sure on who this could be, you know what I mean, unless you are. But yeah, be sure that you're just being your most authentic self with this person. And I feel like being authentic and having communication, I told you to communicate with this person very, very clearly. New Moon in Gemini, master of communication, of technology. Be careful that be sure that you're being precise in your messages and what you're sending to this person and how you talk to this person. I feel like the time is very soon for you to end whatever hardships that you guys had, or your separation is concluding soon. So I feel like they are within reach. I feel like individually, though, you guys definitely had to go through a bunch of lessons, especially from what I was seeing with your person here, or if this is you too, I could be picking up on yours. But yeah, I feel like that those are all things that they want to explain, like kind of why they've been gone for so long. And I feel like they are going to be very authentic with you. So with the heart here, they are giving you this heart, and you should also give them what they are trying to give you, and maybe try hearing them out, setting up boundaries and being really honest with yourself and with them on what your thoughts are or what your insecurities are to help this relationship grow or build a foundation. That's what's going to help you guys get through the storm. Okay, so you could also drink tea and be still. So I feel like maybe you guys need to, for some of you guys, maybe need to relax, because drinking tea is very relaxing, because sometimes you put like a lot of different herbs in there for aroma. It helps with aromatherapy and relax your muscles. So I feel like needing to relax is one thing. Maybe meditating as well, but be still without any music, just pure silence. This card usually comes out when people's minds are too busy, you know. I'm also getting to drink tea, possibly lavender tea or mint tea. I feel like that could help soothe you, or maybe if you're anxious, lavender tea with chamomile is really, really good. And yeah, so those are ways you could take care of yourself as well. And that is the advice. So this concludes our reading. If you would like to comment down below and talk about your situation, I would love to hear what's going on between you guys. And if you give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, I appreciate that very, very much. And thank you for joining the family. I appreciate you for being here and wanting to be here continuously. To everyone who's watching for once, thank you for choosing me to be your reader. Don't forget to follow my social media accounts on Twitter and Instagram at Space Mama, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Hi, pal 2. So if you chose this pal, let's find out, or this number and crystal, the amethyst. Then let's find out how your next meeting will be with the person that you're inquiring about. The 9 of Lasers in reverse. Temperance. 4 of Comets in reversed. 10 of Rockets in reversed. Lieutenant of Planets in reversed. King of Planets in the upright. And that is 6 cards, okay. On the bottom of the deck, you have Justice. So this is truth. This is consequences. This is also about lawsuits, but this is a meeting. So I feel like there could be balance or some sort of truth to be delivered to you. Oh, I'm seeing the 2 of Lasers on the bottom of the deck too. So that says to me that there is this decision, or this person or you, someone here is going to make this decision on whether to speak their truth or not. It's like, should I hold my tongue? Should I say what I've been wanting to say? So with the Nine of Lasers in reverse, this tells me there's a lot of suffering or a lot of overthinking about maybe an offer, or a past relationship, or the connection that you had with this person. Maybe this person already knew that you were going to be at this event or whatever, and maybe they were stressing about it the night before, or maybe you were, but there's a lot of overthinking. And with the Temperance here, this means healing, this means a balance. This also means kind of like time has gone by, so maybe this is a past energy where time has gone by. And with the Four of Comets here, this is about taking some sort of offer and being on the receptive end of an offer or opportunity being given. For some reason though, with the Ten of Rockets in reverse and the Lieutenant of Planets in reverse, this tells me that there's an ending that hasn't been, or a burden that hasn't been let go of yet. And with the Lieutenant of Planets, it's someone who's unpractical, someone who's unreliable. Maybe it could be somebody that's not ready to move on. Maybe there's still a lot of pain or a lot of hurt in the situation, even though time has gone by. However, you're ending off with the King of Pentacles. This is about someone who's generous and giving. So it could be you or the person you're inquiring about. They're going to be very like open and generous. Yeah, it's like one person here is very nervous and the other person is more receptive. It seems to me someone here hasn't completely moved on from the situation just yet, or what happened between you guys in the past. Because in some cases, you could just be fully ignoring these opportunities coming to you because of how long it's been. I'm also getting someone could stand their ground as this King of Planets and just, do their own thing because they don't necessarily want to deliver some sort of message, but they're going to, ground themselves and do their thing, That's for some of you guys. Take what resonates, and this is the future, so when you're doing future readings, it's hard to pinpoint the exact detail of it because things can change and yada, 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 but yeah, I'm definitely getting just a lot of stress and possibly a rejection. So let's find out a little bit more about this meeting with Power Number 2. Snake. This is about treachery. This is about betrayal. Maybe this person had betrayed you in the past. Maybe that's why the Nine of Lasers is here. Yeah, there was a lot of secrets with you and this person. There's a lot of, I don't know who, someone could be gossiping, someone could be telling your secrets, but someone could also be plotting and keeping things from you. This could also be past energy. Again, like I said, you have Gentleman here. Oh, you have House. So whenever I got the Gentleman, it's like sometimes people get this card, or even the lady, to signify like growth. Like they've turned into a gentleman. Maybe there was like sneakiness and they didn't treat you right before. And they grew up to be this gentleman or this woman or this non-binary person who's had a lot of growth. Okay. And with the House here, there's a lot of stability now. There's a really good home environment. Maybe this person had moved. It's like they've changed from a completely different person. However, the House talks about behind closed doors. So I'm not sure if this is what they're hiding behind closed doors. They are going to deliver this message to you about stability, about wanting to give you like a house, or kind of building a foundation with you. This is very serious because the House talks about family. So it's like they could be talking about wanting a family with you. I feel like they could also tell you that they've been spying on you, or I feel like they're telling you this, but I don't know if they would 100% changed, because they got the three like sneakiest cards, the most sneakiest cards from my Lenormand deck. All three of them have to do with like behind closed doors and like being sneaky. I don't think that this person is showing you all of their cards. Um, I don't really think you should necessarily give in to whatever this person's talking about, because the fox talks about someone being sly, being a smooth talker. They're only telling you what you want to hear. Maybe it's because before you wanted a foundation, a house, you know, that whole thing, but now it's like they're only saying this to you because there's things that I can't really pinpoint because it's going to be different for everyone, but they're keeping secrets from you. And you probably already know that, but they are also just spying on you. Maybe that's what they could be telling you, like they're spying on you. On the bottom of the deck, they want to definitely communicate and talk with the birds here. Oh, you have the lady too. So I feel like they think you could be a match. There's trouble here. Oh, so trouble, worry, and loss with the mice here. And you also have crossroads, which is being torn apart. So you're going to be given a decision. And I feel like you're like someone, I feel like they're going to give you some sort of offer, but I honestly think it's like bullshit, to be honest with you. I'm sorry if like that's not what you want to hear. Maybe you wanted like something really good, but I don't trust this person, because this person has like unpracticality over here. They haven't necessarily gone over their cycles here. Sneakiness, betrayal, treachery, plotting, secrets, and then they magically turn into this gentleman. So it's just like, be careful. Maybe they're only trying to fulfill an image for you, and possibly only telling you what you want to hear. Because the birds, yeah, that's definitely clarifying it for me. Talking to you, smooth talker. So, pal 2, or number 2. Okay, so you have passion, you have forgiving and learning. Okay, so you guys definitely have a lot of passion. You guys could have had like a friends with benefits thing, and maybe like you cut them off, or someone cut somebody off and created a lot of issues and stress and problems, drama, or maybe there's even gossip or sneaking around. And I'm also getting that for some of you guys, you know, this is like they're just sexually attracted to you and they feel like they have a connection with you. But with forgiving and learning here, this tells me that you might forgive them. If they do come up to you, I feel like a lot of you guys are just going to forgive them, but not necessarily take this person in your life. You could if you want, that's your choice, you know, but I feel like you will get some sort of closure in this meeting with forgiving and learning being here. Ha! You have deception. I told you this person is being like a fuck person, like for real. Like, they're only telling you what you want to hear. They're wearing a mask, and I think maybe it's just because they want, you know, they want something from you, like something sexual. So, with heart-to-heart conversations here, this tells me that you will let them know. You guys, again, how you have your own free will, what you want to do with this information. You could reject them. You could, you know, you're, of course, going to still follow your distinction. I'm not responsible for what you do, but be honest with this person, be open, and I feel like definitely let them know how or what you think. Give them this justice. I feel like you definitely need to tell them what's up. And now, if you feel like they are being like, you know, a fuck person and they're just telling you what you want to hear, then I suggest you call them out on that. I think it's very important for you to like stand your ground with this person, okay? So don't just give in just because they're charming, which I feel like you won't. But yeah, let's find out a little bit more for this meetup between you and the person you're inquiring about. Yeah, too much concern with sexual matters. What did I tell you? Yeah, they just wanna. They just wanna. Yeah, announcement. I just wanna fuck. No, but they do want to give you an announcement with this bell here. They are going to tell you something. They're definitely going to try to contact you or talk to you during this meetup and announce to you about, like, they're talking about this bullshit about, you know, wanting a house with you or having stability or making it legit, but they're just showing you that because they want to fuck. And they have a lot of passion for you. You have strong emotions for one another, for passionate love and passionate hate. But this is all just like sexual. They just want to have sexual encounters with you. So pal 2, okay. Hidden secrets may harm you. See, there are hidden secrets with you and from you. And I feel like it's going to hurt you once you find out. I feel like you will find out eventually, but this person's an asshole. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna just say it. Okay. You have time to act here, so they're definitely going to act during this meetup that you guys have, or this get-together, and they're going to act on their sexual feelings for you, because I think you're looking mighty fine. In February, this meetup could happen in February. This run-in can happen in February. I feel like this could be like a one-on-one thing, to be honest, because for pile 1, I sensed like it straight up said a social gathering, like a party. But you could just run into this person alone, or actually get a message from this person, like an offer, and you're gonna take this hangout. You're gonna hang out, and you're gonna meet this person one-on-one, and then they're going to tell you everything, because the house is more private too. Be careful that you're not going to their house, my goodness, because they might try even more if you go to their house or meet up at their house. You guys could possibly go out, and then they kind of motion to go to their house, and it's because they're indicating sex. I mean, you could decide whatever you want to do. You can go there, and if they try to pull a move, then that's when you leave. But yeah, just be careful with this pile. It says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So this could be, your person could have a deep friendship with somebody else and maybe talk about you with somebody. Or maybe there's your friend that is getting in the way of all of this, because there's secrets here. It says slowly but surely getting ahead. So I do feel like, yeah, they're getting ahead. Like, I'm not getting, okay. So slowly but surely getting ahead. This to me says, you know, when you're getting ahead, you're like stepping on other people's feet, or it's not good, that phrase. So I feel like this person is just saying what you want to hear and just to get what they want, kind of thing. You know, they're trying to get ahead. There's a man here that's involved for some reason. Yeah, this person you could be dealing with is a man. The friendship is with a man, possibly. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. See, this person is undependable, insincere. I told you that with the Lieutenant of Planets, and that's being highlighted. Great happiness. I feel like someone here is already happy on their own. Because maybe you're this King of Pentacles and maybe they're this Lieutenant of Planets. Because I said that this king was like sitting pretty on their throne, you know, they're generous, they're grounded. But like with the Lieutenant of Planets, it's complete opposite. So this tells me that they're like separate entities, and I feel like this is you and this is them. You're stable, you have a lot of happiness, you've accomplished quite a lot. And this person is definitely going to take a risk. It says, be careful, do not take risks, but I feel like they are. And, oh, that's interesting. It says scales, keep your life in balance. This was left over there. And you have justice here. So that tells me even more that, you know, you guys will definitely have a one-on-one meetup, and they're gonna motion to have sex by, you know, telling you that they want something serious, you know, just telling you things that you want to hear, but it's not going to be real. I feel like regardless of the situation, regardless of what you do, you're gonna have closure of whatever happened in the past between you guys. And I feel like for a lot of you guys are gonna let this person go, which I feel like you definitely should. This person's like I said, an asshole, and I don't want any of you guys to be with this kind of energy, so please step away. But yeah, so let's get some advice for you guys, okay, pile 2? Let's see advice for pile 2. Whoa. All right, so got your advice, you guys. With downcast pride here for the dark mirror oracles, that card talks about like putting your pride aside, and it's kind of like letting yourself fester with like this resentment. You kind of put your pride aside, but there's like a very thin line of like being the bigger person and letting somebody step all over you. And so it kind of reminds you the difference of that. I'm going to check the book really quick. The root of sadness and grief is deeper than the skin. The only delusion is the gray sky. Bending to adapt becomes an excuse for the habit of bending. Yeah, this is about keeping your dignity. Um, and I feel like that's what you need to do. Like, and definitely be prideful. Um, I don't think you should take this offer because this alone in the world card says it's like kind of rejecting this offer and being prideful in that sense and standing your ground and not being afraid to be alone. Like, have the ability to, you know, embrace being alone rather than being with this person who is a complete jerk and who is dishonest and keeping secrets from you, you know? So it's like that. It's making that decision to be alone rather than be with someone who isn't going to treat you right and give you all this drama and possibly find out lies as you go through with this relationship. So yeah, it's like finding your own independence in this whole thing. Um, it says, what do you need to release? So this tells me that you might need to release this person and there is closure that is needed within you in this connection. I'm sorry if this isn't what you wanted to hear, but you know, it's good that you know to use your own distinction. This is a general reading. You know, who am I to say you know better than me? But if any of it is true, then please use your intuition on if you need to release this person or not. I also feel like individually, because you might be apart from this person because of the circumstances of right now in the world, um, then I feel like there are other things that you need to release, like fear or things in your past. There is the Ten of Wands here in reverse that tells me a cycle is not ended. Um, so that could be something that you need to release. It says be bold to make the first move. So I'm definitely getting be assertive, and maybe make you making the first move instead of them. Being upfront about it, being upfront about where this relationship is going. Like when this person tries to come at you and tries to talk to you and, you know, tries to sweet talk to you, just be incredibly blunt. Be like, listen, like, we're done. We've always been done. I'm not getting back with you, kind of thing. um so yeah, just be assertive. And it says take time to breathe out. I'm guessing that you might need to like relax, um or take some time out to yourself or have some quiet time. You even have massage here, so I'm definitely getting a sense of relaxation for you. Maybe some of you guys have back problems and it's saying to treat yourself to massage. If you can't get one, then maybe find someone that you know, like a friend or something, that's willing to do it for you. But it says sync with the moon. So this is going to help you connect with your intuition more, connecting with your emotions more, and it helps you also connect with the truth. It helps you realize a lot of things. Like, I have meditated under the moon plenty of times, and I have realized so many things about myself. So yeah, syncing with the moon and like getting the energy from the moon would really help you face certain things about yourself too. It helps you really see things from a different perspective. So I feel like you definitely need to see things differently with this person. If this isn't what you wanted to hear and you wanted to be like, oh yeah, this person's like super cool, go ahead and date them, and you know you're not liking what I'm hearing, I mean, you don't have to follow what I say, but just be careful, you know, and you do have your own choices on what you want to do with this person. But that is the advice. Um, Basically stay away from this person and be assertive, take care of yourself, and be sure that you are um, know the difference between being taken advantage of and, you know, someone actually being there for you or doing things for you. You know, you just have to make sure this person's intentions are what they say they are. So yeah, that is a reading for you guys, Pal 2. Hopefully this made sense and hopefully gave you the clarity that you needed. If you would like to comment down below to talk about who this person is, then I would love to hear from you guys. I usually read the comments. If you give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, I appreciate you guys very much for doing that and wanting to continuously be part of this train wreck of a channel. But yeah, thank you so much for the support and joining me on my journey here. To everyone who's watching for Pile 2s, thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader. Don't forget to follow my social media accounts, and I shall be seeing you on the guys in the next video. Have Pile 3 if you chose this pile. Let's find out how your next meeting will be with the person you are inquiring about and what will happen. 6 of lasers, Empress in reversed, King of Planets in reversed, the 6 of Planets. Interesting. Okay, you have the Lovers, and you have the 8 of Comets in reversed. On the bottom of the deck, you do have the High Priestess, so this could be a telepathic communication you have with this person. You guys are spiritually connected to one another. I do feel like both people could be following their intuitions on what to do with this connection. I don't feel like they've necessarily opened up though with the 4 of Pentacles right behind the High Priestess. The 4 of Planets and the High Priestess together just tells me someone is being very, very closed off, but I do see the Lieutenant of Rockets, aka the Knight of Wands, and that tells me that someone will abruptly say something. 6 of Rockets, yeah, on top of the deck, definitely in a confident way. They'll try to find the confidence. With the 3 of lasers, they could be just showing confidence because there was a breakup between you guys, maybe because you cut them off. So I'm getting for some of you guys, this person can act really confident or cocky in this situation or when you see them. With the 6 of lasers in reversed, or in the upright, this tells me about companionship and togetherness. It's about peace of mind and emotional and mental balance. And with the 6 of planets, this tells me of reciprocation and equal give and take. A 6 of planets also talks about, you know, having that balance in giving that time and energy in a situation or a connection. And you even have the Lovers here, which is also the number 6. So you have 666 here. I don't know if that's a specific number for you, but that card, the number 6 usually has to do with like balance and let me look for you. 6, the restoration of peace and harmony, is generous and humanitarian. So yeah, we kind of went over that a little bit. There's like peace and harmony. So maybe there wasn't peace and harmony before. With the Empress in reverse, it kind of talks about like someone not being as nurturing or embodying the positive aspects of an Empress. And with the King of Planets, this is someone who doesn't want to open up, who is very greedy and doesn't want to let anyone in, you know. With the Empress in reverse, it's a more colder energy, but for some reason there's this equal give and take, there's this clarity and possible even closure, and there's this get together with the Lovers. So with the 8 of Comets as your last card, I feel like it's like you guys will kind of give up on showing some sort of facade or showing the negative aspects of this, because with the 6s here, I do feel like there's going to be peace and restoration of like in harmony in your guys' connection. I feel like there's going to be closure as well, and I feel like you guys could go away together to try to clear the air, and I feel like you guys are going to it's going to turn out a lot better than you expect. Yeah, I feel like during this talk, I feel like you guys are going to have more of kind of like figure out on how to do this, because with the Lovers here, I do see like an ending and a union coming together. And with the Eight of Comets, that usually means giving up and walking away, but I'm not really getting that. I'm getting like maybe walking away from the immaturity or what happened in the past, or like giving up, trying to like save face, you know? But let's find out a little bit more about what happened during this. Got the Mountain. You got the Crossroads, the Clouds, the Bear, the House, and you got the Mice. So you have a lot of indication of trouble here. The Clouds, the Mice, the Bear. The Mice usually talks about worry and loss. The Clouds talks about trouble, depression, and kind of, you know, something raining on your, like clouds going, how do you say this? Like raining on your parade. That's what Clouds is. With the Bear, this is about like watching others, but it's also being a boss, being financially stable. This has to do a lot with work. But in this case of like a meetup, the Bear is like anticipating on how they will approach this, because for some reason it's either they're willing to cause trouble or they are expecting trouble if they do try to come into your life. There are obstacles that you guys need to like get over or overcome with the Mountains here. Maybe one or the other finds it impossible to, you know, climb over this mountain. Whatever obstacle it is or issue that you guys are dealing with might be very hard to see. But with the Crossroads here, there's going to be a decision. Okay. Okay. So the Crossroads is in the middle of like two things, okay? The mountain needs, you can still get through it. It's just going to take a lot of time, you know? But with a cloudy day, let's say you have a new day and you're trying to do a lot of things that day, but the clouds roll in and it's just trouble, it's depression, it's sadness. So, and it just ruins your day. So I don't know if this is like making a decision to, you know, have a breakup that is very sad, or, you know, choose to go through the mountains where it's going to be difficult, but there is a chance for you to overcome things. The Bear also kind of talks about having this movement or like being really stable and making your moves towards stability. But with the House here, this talks about stability behind closed doors, family matters or family home environment, and there's trouble and worry and loss here. I'm trying to figure out if this is like a one-on-one meetup or if this is like a group thing. I would want to say they might try to contact you, or you might try to contact them on hanging out. Yeah, because the House is more private. Like it said, it happens behind closed doors. This could be a work environment as well. I don't know if you guys work together, but the Bear talks about like the work environment, and your manager. They could be a manager, but the Bear also talks about jealousy. So Yeah, the bear also anticipates ruining someone's day sometimes. Sometimes. Um, yeah, this is really interesting. I feel like these correlate with one another big time, but I also feel like this will be more private and um, it might happen at someone's house or they might invite you. It could be like at a small gathering, but I'm not picking up on anybody else. I'm just getting three. Like with the sixes here, it's like mind, body, and soul, mind, body, and soul. Like that is a three within everybody. So that tells me like it's just both of you. With mice here, um, it's worry and loss, and this is surrounding the house. There could be something that's happening within them because they are the king of planets in reverse. There could be something up with their house. Maybe there's trouble around finances or the house, but that's what they could possibly be telling you too. Um, they could be telling you to work through it with them, telling you the issues that's going on with their life. Their boss, I feel like their boss possibly gives them a really rough time, or someone at their home is giving them a very rough time. And something it has to do with like finances too. You know, like family could be relying on them, or they have another family, or there's just family issues with money, or they lost their job. Um, but I feel like this is what they would want to say to you. That's for some reason that's what's coming through. Because with the high priestess here, this tells me there's secrets. There's something, there's an inner knowing about something too. And with the Four of Pentacles, there's someone withholding a lot of things. So it's like very quiet, hush hush. And it's like this person will make that decision to tell you this and possibly give you um, an option to be like, okay, I have all this going on. Will you be there for me or will you not? That's kind of how it is. But I feel like for a lot of you guys are going to take this offer because I feel like this person is being very honest. I feel like they will tell you too that they've been very sad and like depressed and really can't get a good day. Um, so yeah, I feel like this is definitely more private, but this is general, so it could also be like in a small gathering as well, but mostly one on one. So let's find out a bit more on how this meetup is going to be. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Let me pull out the love oracles. I almost fell. Attraction, trust. We have flirt. New love. Okay. Okay, so that explains a lot. You have attraction. So this person, you guys are very attracted to one another. I feel like they've possibly manifested you because attraction to me also has like the term manifestation under that. Um, the person in this picture is also just really closing their eyes and taking in this flower, and I feel like you're their flower. I feel like you are someone of their wish or someone that they would want to be with and want to, you know, have that equal give and take. um I also feel like there's going to be trust that's restored here, or you're going to trust them, because it does seem to me that they will explain their hardships, and it kind of makes you, they help you understand what's actually going on with them. They're like finally coming clean with all of that. So I feel like you will, for a lot of you guys will give this person a chance. You guys will be very flirty, I feel like it's also going to be very lighthearted. It's going to be a very serious conversation in the beginning, because I feel like they're going to be telling you things that they probably couldn't tell a lot of people, because, you know, a lot of people sometimes don't talk about what's going on at home because they're embarrassed. They don't want to seem, you know, vulnerable or weak, and maybe that's one of the things that this person was dealing with. So by the end of it, I do feel like things will become lighthearted and flirty, and they're going to show you or motion to you that they find you very attractive, and I feel like you guys are going to start over again, basically. And I do feel like you're going to give this person another chance. So let's find out a little bit more about this meetup. Okay, pile 3. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So there could be business matters. I was talking to you about the bear, and this is like another indication that there's something about business. The fox is also someone very sly, very sneaky. So that also correlates with the bear. It says romance is in the air, so I feel like you guys are definitely going to have a union. This person feels very romantic with you and very flirty, and family wishes come true. So I feel like maybe their family life or home life, it has gotten more stable, and things are a lot better now. So now they could tell you, now they could open up and explain to you what's been going on with them. In October, I feel like things can happen. Something will happen in October, or one of you is a Scorpio or a Libra. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Yeah, so I feel like this person definitely wants to take care of you. With them as the king of planets, if that is, or whoever, either one of these, they both correlate with like taking care of another person. So they definitely want to take care of you. There's dealings with or a relationship with an older man, so there could be like a boss, a manager, or a father here that is kind of maybe controlling them, or something happened with their father and things got better. Something got better with an older man. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So with Angel here, I feel like they were definitely going through something. Something that had to do with business, but it also had something to do with their growth. It helped them grow or see things differently. So I do feel like there is a spiritual like process or journey this person's going through. A wish is granted. So I feel like this person has been working really hard, and maybe you're their wish. There's a lot of wishes here. There's a lot of indication of a wish being like granted for this person. So I feel like your person has gotten out of a lot of like hardship recently, and or by this time they're ready to like explain to you what's really been going on with them. It seems to me this person left you, or you left them, or things didn't turn out the way it was supposed to because there were external factors, and so they broke it off, or you broke it off because they needed to take care of their responsibilities. It says, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. Okay, so I feel like even though this person is coming through right and they're telling you the truth, I feel like you would need to assert your boundaries still. If you take this person back, you have to let them know what's up, and you really have to put your foot down even during the relationship, not just today. You have to keep doing that to make this relationship work. It says happiness and well-being. I feel like you make this person very happy, and I feel like you guys will be very happy together. I also feel like you guys running into each other will be very a happy one. I didn't feel that much tension like from my other um piles, but this one is more like, let's meet up, can we talk, bam bam bam. Like that's kind of what I'm getting here. A journey, either physical or mental. So there is a lot of, I was talking about a spiritual journey. I feel like that's what it's clarifying. There's success in this situation. So I do feel like there's going to be happiness for sure. And things are going to be very exciting here with the excitement card. I'm also getting new home, new attitude. I was talking about someone getting a new home. So what the hell is good? I saw that coming. So someone had a new home. They might invite you in their new home, and they might have a new attitude with them. They are this king of planets. I feel like very strongly that's who they are, because it's about the home, it's about stability, and I feel like they want to share that with you now because they are in a better place. So let's get your advice. Music and deep breathing. Okay, so with fated to suffer here, this kind of talks about kind of putting yourself in this position to, like, kind of, I don't like this word, but I'm gonna say it. It's like mope. Like you're basically putting yourself in this position to suffer when you could put yourself out of that misery. So the child I was meant to be. Okay, so I feel like you've been thinking about this person, and maybe pride was getting in your way with fated to suffer. You were thinking about the past and what could have been, and how this relationship could have grown but didn't. And I feel like the suffering part comes in because you could easily talk about this with this person, and I feel like they'll be okay. Um, it's like this talks about not letting your pride get in the way. If you think this relationship can really blossom and really become really the relationship that you want, it can, but you have to um, actually, let this person have that give and take with you rather than letting things get in the way of you guys being together and putting yourself in this place of suffering. Um, so, yeah, it's just basically being honest with what you want with this person, and being honest that you have been thinking about this, you have been wanting this relationship. With confidence is your key to success. I feel like with your individual situation, like your career or whatever you're dealing with in your own life without this person, you need a bit more confidence, or confidence that this relationship will work. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So I feel like whatever tough cycle you were with this person, the separation, I feel like that's coming to an end. And it says, don't let your past, oh my gosh, I didn't even read this. Don't let your past hold you back. That's what I was talking about with the fated to suffer. Don't think about the past. Don't try to bring that extra baggage from the past. Don't think about what they did in the past, because they've completely changed. And this person is going to be completely honest with you. I'm not seeing any indication that this person is an ass. The previous pile was terrible. My God. Like, I did not like that energy. It was terrible. And with this pal, it's a lot more honest. This person will restore that trust with you. They will do things to help you trust them. So don't let your past hold you back, because this person is going to show you someone completely different, and someone who's on top of their game is what I'm getting. So yeah, just think more positively as well. And with music is very relaxing. Maybe if you write music, you could also sing, whichever. But music is going to really help you. Maybe it would really help you if you also did breathing exercises while you listen to music, some sort of like meditation. You can listen to any type of music and just relax and really feel the vibrations here. But if you want to do it without music, then it's doing the same thing. It's a type of meditation. It's really good for kind of, what do you call this? It's connecting with the planets or connecting with the source. But also, breathing exercises helps you go to sleep. So if you're having sleep problems, deep breathing exercises are really, really great. It does a similar thing of like kind of quieting the mind. So it helps you sleep. So yeah, that's basically the advice for you guys. Hopefully this made sense and it gave you the clarity that you needed. I wish you luck on your endeavors. If you would like to comment down below about who this person is, I would love to hear the tea. And if you give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, thank you for supporting me and wanting to join this really train wreck of a family that we are creating here. So thank you so much to everyone who's watching for threes. Thanks for choosing me to be your reader. Don't forget to follow my social media accounts, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Hi, Pal 4s. If you chose this pal, let's find out how your next meeting will be with the person you are inquiring about. So, Jesus freaking. Okay, so you have the Lieutenant of Rockets, the Magician in reversed, the Seven of Comets, the Queen of Lasers, the Ten of Planets in reversed, and the Ensign of Comets. Thank you. You also have the Eight of Comets on the bottom of the deck, and it's in reversed. This tells me about someone who's giving up or walking away. So I'm not sure if someone is going to walk away, but you have the Six of Comets here. This is about nostalgia. So maybe it's like revisiting old memories or handing out this cup to you. This person could be in some sort of hermit mode is what I'm getting. The Emperor in reverse, someone who lacks structure, someone who lacks dependability, someone who's irritable, arrogant. The King of Lasers in reverse. This was someone who could have manipulated you in the past, who lacked structure or respect for others. This is about someone who gaslights or someone who has a lack of objectiveness. And this is a jealous person, a very, what do you call this? Someone who was emotionally unavailable. They were not ready or they were not mature enough to really express themselves. I don't think they were comfortable within themselves before. They were very close-minded and very, one track mind, and I feel like this could have been a past energy. But I mean, it could be the energy that they are bringing forth to this point in time too, because this talks about walking away and giving up on rekindling something that triggers happy memories. So there's a lot of happy memories, obviously, with you and this person. You might have known them since you were, in childhood, or you've just known them for quite some time. And what I'm getting here with the Lieutenant of Rockets is someone being very confident, someone who will take some sort of action. With the Magician here in reverse, this means doubt, though. This means self-doubt. So they might come off as confident, but they're actually very not. They could be doubting themselves or their ability and their skill. This could also be someone who is manipulative, because the Magician talks about manipulation. It's going to be different for everyone, like I said, but with the Seven of Comets being here, this talks about an opportunity, like different kinds of opportunities showing up. So possibly a fantasy. Maybe someone was doubting this time of a union or seeing you, but that fantasy kind of comes true. With the Queen of Lasers, this talks about honest communication. Maybe this is going to be communication about your relationship falling apart with the Ten of Planets in reverse, and how he was lacking, or they were lacking, emotional security within themselves. I told you something about like their emotions were not in the best place, and they weren't ready to really open up about how they were really feeling. The Ensign of Comets, or the Page of Cups in reverse, usually talks about a lack of creativity or connection within themselves. They don't have that ability to really dig deeper within their emotions. And with the Ten of Planets in reverse, that talks about a loss, a lack of like foundation, someone not putting in enough effort. It's also lacking abundance or blockage in an abundance. It's also a family card, so it's about a foundation possibly falling apart, or a family falling apart. So yeah, let's find out a little bit more about what's going to happen during this meetup. By the way, I do feel like this connection or this meetup could be fated, because the Magician here talks about manifestation. But let's find out. The Tower, the Key, the Fish, the Whip, the Lady, the Anchor. You also have the Birds on the bottom of this deck, so there's definitely going to be communication between you guys. The Coffin. Someone might end something, because the Coffin kind of talks about grief and endings. Let me check the top of this deck. The Child. So a new beginning will be presented. The Clover, fortune and luck, might be a perfect time. Someone thinks it's a perfect time to express this new opportunity or this new beginning. So let's see. Hi, baby. Sorry if he disrupts the reading, by the way. He just woke up, so he usually wants attention. Yes, hi, baby. I know. Oh, okay. What's happening during this connection? This meetup. One more, please. Okay. So I think that with the Tower here, someone is definitely going to be confident. It's just clarifying the Knight of Wands. And the Tower also just means high self-esteem, high education. So I feel like a lot of growth has happened um, with both of you, or the person who's the Lieutenant of Rockets here who's going to make the move. They now know the answer or the key to success or their prosperity and abundance. The key talks about that the Wheel of Fortune is here, okay? So it's kind of like opportunities being presented. Again, this is the Seven of Comets. That's talking about the same thing. And with the fish here, that talks about prosperity and the abundance that I was talking about. So it seems to me that maybe they think that their key to their abundance or stability might be you. I feel like there might be some sexual contact with the whip here. That's about sexual attraction. If not, then this is about like fighting over something and standing your ground with the anchor, respecting yourself like a lady. But you don't have to be a lady. Again, this is like gender neutral. Also like non-binary. So I'm just saying like that stereotypical be a lady, self-respect kind of thing. That's what you kind of need to do. Basically, putting your foot down and just be sure that you're getting the right respect that you are deserving of. Ending, grief, news. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely going to tell you something. This is some sort of news, possibly about you wanting to be with you. You are that person for them. They kind of want to talk to you because they want to create a new open door for you guys. They want to make another opportunity for you guys to come together or be together. I feel like because it's either that you are the key to their stability or that they have gotten that stability because they realize you're that key for them. Possibly their ideal person. With anger here, this also talks about grounding. So I do feel like they're going to anchor themselves in you. You're going to anchor yourselves to one another. I feel like there's going to be an explanation of what's actually going on here. This is a past life relationship, so this could be an ex of yours. There were family issues here because with the 10 of planets in reverse. So maybe they're going to talk about how something happened with their family, and they needed to fix things. With the wedding here, this talks about wanting to be with you, your soulmate. I think they want to express that they want a future with you because they're certainly putting an anchor there. And when you put an anchor there, it's because you're going to leave your boat there for quite some time, right? So they want to really ground themselves in their lives into you. They're very serious about you, basically. And I feel like they have been stressing out on like what to say to you too, and like how to say it, because I feel like there is a lot to say. There's a lot to explain. And I feel like there's also a bunch of obstacles this person has gone through, because with the Tower here, you've had some sort of like higher learning, and I'm going to include growth in there. So yeah, let's find out a little bit more. You have control your anger or you will be sorry. So someone here could have a lot of anger. Maybe there was anger in the past, but maybe that anger was there because of the family issues, the stress. You could also be angry with this person because the whip is here. You might come off as this like queen of lasers, this lady, and like kind of whip them, and you might be very angry at how they're approaching you. So watch out for how it is, because this person means well. And although you might be very hurt, I feel like you should listen to what they have to say before acting upon your anger, okay? And this is from someone who always gets this card. I act upon anger all the time. So yeah, don't act upon it, because you might hurt people and you might ruin things completely when you can actually fix things, you know? You'll be receiving receiving or giving a precious gift. So I feel like, wow, for some of y'all, this person's gonna propose to you. Yeah, because I don't feel like your breakup is going to be like, I don't think this breakup that you guys had or disconnect was very long ago, because it's like you guys have been through a lot already and they kind of just want to be like, yeah, will you marry me? So for some of you guys, they might propose to you. For others of you, they'll just have like a gift, like a necklace or something like that, to mend your guys' relationship. They could also bring flowers for you. So this kind of tells me this could be in a more private setting, but I feel like this could be through chance. An exciting event. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, it's going to be an event where you guys are both going to be there doing something risky, taking a chance. Yeah, they're definitely going to take a chance and just tell you exactly how they're feeling. They are feeling very confident and they're going to go right for it. It says triumph over troubles and obstacles. So yeah, I feel like you guys can move forward and move on from whatever it is that you guys have been through. And I feel like you guys can really work together on this, because it seems to me that with the anchor, you guys are going to really anchor your guys' relationship, or root it in this case. It says heartache over what you no longer have. I feel like they're going to express how hurt they've been without you in their life. Like I said, I feel like for a lot of you guys, they might just propose because they're that serious about you. If not, they just might mention how they want that with you. Sorrow over a loss. So there was a loss, there was heartache. Definitely going to tell you about, they're definitely going to tell you about that. What else? For pal 4 and then... This could happen in July during the summertime. If not, you could be dealing with someone who is a Cancer or a Leo, or July is just a specific month for you guys. It says muddled, unclear thinking. I feel like during this talk with you, I feel it's going to be hard for them. So just hear them out. It's like they don't know what to say, because I feel like they have been trying to gather the words, but I feel like this could be a sort of chance thing where they didn't really expect it, so they didn't have it gathered. For some of you guys, they could have manifested this seeing you. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. So I feel like while you guys were apart, this person could have gone through karma, because with the key here and the tower, it's like with the tower, you're going through a lot of stuff to help, and that's why you are this tower. You're defensive, and with the key, it's like it has like the Wheel of Fortune down here. So it tells me it's like they have really gone through or learned a lot. This person is very goal oriented. I feel like being with you is the goal. They really want to be with you. They really want to show you that they care about you. And it says taking a vacation physically or mentally. So this is summer, so it could be summer vacation. They could want to take you away on a vacation, or, you know, just you two. It says new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. Yeah, you guys are definitely going to start off with like a lot of adventures to rebuild that bond, and that trust. And I feel like you guys will take this vacation together, just you two, and really talk about the depths of how you guys feel for one another, and what you can do to fix your guys' relationship. I'm gonna take one more. Yeah, you definitely are gonna start over. It says feeling tied down or frustrated. Yeah, I feel like at this point in time, they also, or when you guys talk, they're going to tell you that they were feeling tied down, and that's why they couldn't get to you a lot sooner or faster. But yeah, that's kind of what would happen if you saw them. So let's find out the advice for you guys. Advice for power. Thank you. Okay, so I'll take these. You have a new romantic cycle, a time to give rather than take, and you have bring love into the situation. All right, so I Won't Cry for You and Perchance to a Dream. I Won't Cry for You talks about literally not crying for anybody and like standing your ground, being very empowered. And Perchance to a Dream talks about fantasies and staying a dreamlike state and kind of fantasizing rather than taking action. Perchance to a dream can also mean like, you know, you're kind of daydreaming as a form of this escapism. Um, so I feel like what it's trying to say is to admit your true feelings to yourself. Um, because with Perchance to a Dream, you dream or you fantasize because you don't like the reality that you're in. But I Won't Cry for You, it's like you're trying to pull through as a strong individual, and you don't want to admit that you actually want to be with this person. And that's why, you know, you were coming off with the whip here. You were, I was getting that energy of like wanting to stand your ground and not wanting to understand what's going on with this person. It's like very prideful energy, and it's saying to put your pride down because you are also like into like without this person at your time away from this person, you were also having a really hard time processing what was happening because you were using things to distract yourself, and you don't want to admit to yourself that you have these feelings for them. A new romantic cycle begins. That means that there's going to be an evening of the scales. The lessons have been learned, and there's going to be a time where this is going to all restart. And this is a time for you to give rather than take. I feel like this person has gone through a lot, and they're going to explain that to you. And so it's saying to be kind to them and be open to them and like giving in rather than, you know, acting on ego based or fear based because you were mad at what they did. Don't be so prideful because this person is already admitting to you that they want to be with you. So it's like it's your turn to admit to them that just say yeah. Okay, you've been knowing that you want to be with this person, so why are you playing? That's what I'm trying to say. It says bring love into the situation, so it's like be open to it, be receptive to it, and I feel like this is what's going to help heal your guys' connection. Okay, so be more loving and be more open. Try to understand this person because I feel like this person has something they might say that can change your mind about how you really think about them, to be quite honest, because I see you being swayed. So it says connect with fire. This is really good. Like if you've never heard of like fire meditations or fire concentrating meditations, it actually helps you connect with your sacral chakra, or your basically just your empowerment and your self-worth, because fire is the element of like confidence. It's about passion, so it's about reconnecting with that drive within yourself. So you can look that up on Google, fire concentrating meditation, and it would explain a little bit more, I bet. And it says sound healing, so listen to binaural beats or crystal bowls or Tibetan bowls or whatever you find is very soothing, and kind of meditate with that is what I'm getting. I feel like that's going to really help you calm down, or maybe if you have some sort of anger, it's going to help, you know what I mean? So this is about like taking care of yourself and just relaxing and finding your empowerment, and make sure that you are admitting your true feelings to yourself, okay? And be giving and love and affection towards this person, because I feel like this person really, really needs it. So yeah, I wish you luck, and I'm super happy for you. If this is what you wanted to hear, then I'm glad that this is what you want to hear. Again, you have your free will and whether you want to wait or you want to leave. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys. If you want to comment down below to talk about who this is, I would love to hear from you guys. If you give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, I appreciate the support and for you wanting to be part of this family continuously. And I hope that you enjoy your stay here. To everyone who's watching for 4, thank you for choosing me to be your reader. I appreciate you all very, very much. And don't forget to follow my social media accounts. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye.